It is Thursday, the 17th of October, and you are at the right place. Welcome to the Sport Wrap Show with Ashwin Bedi, making sure you are updated on the latest sports news in and beyond Namibian borders. Let's dive straight into the latest stories on the hit list. The COSAFA Women's Football Championship will be staged in Gqeberha in South Africa's Eastern Cape Province from 22 October to 2 November. It will feature a record 14 teams, making it the largest women's international competition on the African continent. Coach Woody Jacobs' Brave Gladiators will compete in Pool A against host South Africa, Eswatini and Seychelles. Namibia were semi-finalists in the COSAFA Women's Championship in 2022, but narrowly lost 1-0 to host South Africa before a 2-1 defeat to Tanzania in the third place playoff. It was still their best showing for many a year as they finished runner-up in the pool behind Zambia with 2 wins against Eswatini 5-1 and Lesotho 2-0. Namibia has 8 previous appearances at the COSAFA Women's Championships when they turned out in 2006, 17, 18, 2019, 2021, 2022 and 2023. Northern-based football team Shoke Chula Chula is willing to break the hearts of African stars and hurt them throughout the entire season. Team manager Mika Hamatundu says the team travels all the way from the Oshana region to come and battle African stars in the 10th and final Hage Geingob Cup at Windhoek Independence Stadium on Saturday. Chula Chula are oozing with confidence given that they managed to beat African stars 1-0 the last time the two teams met in this competition. The club further proclaimed their ambition of winning the Debmarine Namibia Premiership this coming season. Now, Chula Chula gained promotion just last season, and they performed consistently to finish in 5th spot in a season African stars were crowned back-to-back champions. The Northern team won 12 matches while losing 8, with 10 draws in their first ever top-flight season. Now, Brave Warriors senior coach Colin Benjamin stay as national team gaffer could be under deliberation following his team's poor showing in the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers, sources in the NFA have revealed. Namibia's journey towards the next Africa Cup of Nations is officially over, as the nation has failed to win any matches in the qualifying group so far. Besides rumblings among football fans, this situation has allegedly prompted members within the Namibia Football Association to start talking about the future of the gaffer, who still remains contracted to the association. Benjamin's contract, which began in June 2022, is expected to run until June 2027, but many have questioned if he would be able to continue in his role following a string of poor results. The coach, who was appointed by the FIFA Normalization Committee and handed a 5-year deal, has since found himself working under a different administration as well as leadership at the association. Speculation regarding talks of a foreign coach had already been doing rounds in the corridors of the association upon the team's return from the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations, which was played in Ivory Coast during January last year. Now, Sportrap understands that the coach was closely monitored by the NFA hierarchy throughout the matches. Young African Football Club have been caught in a tussle with the Hobabis municipality over use of the Legare Stadium's B field, where they were planning to host their training sessions for the upcoming season. The Namibian Premiership Club has requested to use the B field as their training ground, but their request was turned down. Club owner and coach Mali Ngaridemo expressed dismay over the situation, stating that the municipality was denying the players and team an opportunity to have proper preparations. The club had initially planned a protest on Wednesday 16 October, but they postponed it due to another event taking place in Hobabis. Young African finished 10th in the previous Debmarine Namibia Premiership season, surviving the threat of relegation. The club collected 38 points from the 30 matches they played, winning 9 while sharing the points in 11 draws. Despite losing 10 matches during the season, their points total was enough to end safely above the relegated 3 Okakarara Young Warriors, Orlando Pirates, and Life Fighters. All right, let's take a quick break before we continue with the hit list.
From the day you were born and welcomed until your pensioner years on this earth, your life is filled with changes and phases. What mattered the most at age 10 may be an unknown memory at 25. The heartbreak at 16 may be replaced with wedding bells at 27. The degree you've always wanted or starting your career business may come true at age 30. And the dream to own your own home may come to realization at age 50. Whatever stage you find yourself in, whatever matters right now, Standard Bank has what you need to bank like you. Choose your own path. Choose endless possibilities. Standard Bank, it can be.
The 2024 Namibian National Judo Trials were successfully held at the University of Namibia, bringing together young judokas from various schools in Windhoek. The trials were for national selection in preparation for the Region 5 Youth Games in June next year, with 11 visiting countries to be hosted in Namibia. The Namibian Judo Federation proudly announced the following achievers for their outstanding performances. Now, the Namibian Judo Federation commended the athletes for their impressive performances and for embodying judo's core values of discipline, respect, and perseverance. The NJF President Keith Bok said that the athletes' hard work and dedication reflects the sport's bright future in the country. The event was made possible through generous support and sponsorship from Alvando Fishing Private Limited and longtime partner Data Label Printing Enterprise CC. Now, the 2024 Namibian Sports Awards will be held on 22 November at the Windhoek Country Club. The finalists for the prestigious annual Sports Awards were announced in 18 divisions yesterday. The divisions are Sports Journalism, Broadcast Digital Print, Junior Sportswoman and Sportsman with a Disability, Senior Sportswoman and Man with a Disability, Junior Sportswoman and Man, Senior Sportswoman and Man, Sports Team Referee Coach, Sports Association, Development Program, and Community-Inspired Program of the Year. Among the surprising lesser-known names to have made it among the finalists was Arjan van der Plas, goalkeeper of the senior men's inline hockey national team. At the World Championship in Italy this year, van der Plas maintained an average of close to 90% successful saves of the shots taken at the Namibian goal, which was a big factor in the team's surprising rise to the semi-final and eventual fourth-place finish in the tournament. In the category of Senior Sportsman of the Year, van der Plas has progressed to be measured against the country's top stars in the three individual sports, namely the rifle shooter Francois Marais Jr. and archer Yanni Milvason, who both won world titles in the last 12 months, as well as mountain biker Alex Miller. We certainly wish them all the best. We're going to take a quick break before we head into our Zoom In segment.
Today we are going to learn how to bake.
Welcome everyone.
Things may not always go as planned, but our technology doesn't fail. Join Paratus today. Paratus, always prepared.
You're still with Sport Wrap. In today's Zoom In, we take focus on the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup, which will take place this coming weekend. The Hage Geingob Cup has provided many memorable matches and opportunities for football clubs over the years. The tournament, which was first launched in 2014, has seen big teams from neighboring South Africa showcasing their talent in Namibia while clashing with the local giants of Namibian football. Many street vendors and charity organizations have been beneficiaries of the competition, which was formed in order to honor the late President Dr. Hage Geingob. The difference with this year's tournament is that it will be without the presence of the man who it was created for. A football lover and a patriot of the beautiful game, Dr. Hage Geingob succumbed to illness on 4 February 2024. It is for this reason that the football teams that will be competing in this weekend's competition have vowed to give it their all in honor of the late Namibian head of state. The biggest match of the day will be between league champions African Stars and defending champions of the cup, Eshoke Chula Chula. The last time the two teams met in the competition last year, the Independence Stadium was filled to the rafters and the atmosphere was electric. We have footage for you from this year's launch of the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup.
The power sports to transform lives. Dr. Hage Geingob was more than just the president. He was a torchbearer for the Namibians' future. He understood that true leadership is about leaving a legacy, the one that extends beyond the corridors of power and into the very hearts of our communities. As he once said, no one should be left out, or no one should be left behind. This guiding principle is what brings us here today, ensuring that every sportsman can get a chance of their dreams. This Soccer Cup is not just merely a competition, it's a manifest of Dr. Hage Geingob's vision to revive and advance sports, particularly soccer, in Namibia. It stands on a testament of his unwavering belief in the importance of giving back to the foundations of our society. He believed that as we do, that investing in sports is investing in the future of our youth, our communities, our nation. Bank Windhoek has been a steadfast partner in enduring this endeavor for the past 6 years. Of the 10 years, at least we were there for the 6 years.
More than half.
That was more than half. Our sponsorship really reflects not only our commitment to the sports development, but also our dedication to offering positive change in Namibia. The birth of the Ben Windhoek Under-21 Soccer League, which serves as a critical bridge for this age group that lacked the opportunity as this transition between the youth and the Premier League, is another shining example of how Ben Windhoek continues to prioritize sports in Namibia. We want to extend our deepest gratitude to our fellow sponsors, NTC, Namibian Breweries. Thank you for being part of this journey with us. Your support underscores the importance of unity among Namibian corporates for a common cause. Together, we ensure that our sportsmen and sportswomen have a platform that they need to develop their talent and will elevate Namibia on the global stage. In the spirit of unity and shared values, we are reminded of the words of Pele, who once said, "Success is not an accident. It's hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing." This is the essence of what we are here to celebrate, the hard work, the perseverance that will carry Dr. Hage Geingob's legacy forward. In close, Ben Windhoek recently launched our new brand campaign, which says it's possible to love a bank. From our perspective, yes, it's possible to love a bank, to love Ben Windhoek. Yeah. In launching this final Hage Geingob Cup, we tap into the heartbeat of every single Namibian as we celebrate and we embrace the essence of legacy and we show up for the love of the game. Thank you very much.
Before you, as we launch the 10th and the final edition of the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup today. It's I don't know what to say, but it's a kind of a bittersweet moment. Even though we knew that the 10th edition would be final, we did not know that we'll have it in this manner that we are having it today. Today we gather not only to celebrate a decade of soccer or sport, but to pay tribute to a man whose passion for soccer and sports in general was as vast as his vision for this nation that we call Namibia, and that is the late Dr. Hage Geingob. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Geingob was more than just a leader. He was a true sports lover, a fanatic, so you can imagine us with that responsibility of promoting sport. Knowing that you have a head of state who knows exactly what's going on, who can call you at any point. He had contacts with everyone up to a coach. He will even call you to get that coach's number so that he can be part of that. We call it the 11th man on the field, the 12th man on the field. That's the man who we are celebrating today, Dr. Hage Geingob was. Many of us fondly remember all the cups, if not just the last cup. Especially when we watched the 9 minutes video of the last edition, of the 9th edition last year. And we could see how the president and the patron came out dancing on the pavilion, embodying the joy and spirit of the game. His energy was very infectious, and it's moments like this that we'll deeply miss. The Dr. Hage Geingob Cup began his journey in 2014, as we've heard, and as I mentioned, it's a bittersweet for us to witness this final edition in this fashion, but we take solace knowing that his legacy will live, and forever we are going to carry on the work that he started. His passion for soccer wasn't just about the game. It was about bringing people together. It was about building social cohesion, fostering the unity and the spirit of joy. And for us at the ministry, we always say that tournaments like this, cups like this, we achieve sport, non-sporting outcome using sport. You have seen how people come together from different races, different color, different political parties, young and old, coming together just for the love of sport. So it's not just about kicking goals, but it's about uniting the nation using sport. Director of Ceremonies, this event is incredibly important, especially to us, the Ministry of Sport with the National Service, as it aligns perfectly with our mission to promote sport and to engage our youth, and also to ensure that we inculcate the unity and the patriotism that we want our young people to foster. Dr. Hage Geingob had belief in the power of sports to bring people together, and he did this unwavering and in a very inspirational manner. Dr. Hage Geingob's own history as a soccer player, as we all know, we have heard so many times, is testament to his dedication, as we know that back in his days, he was called the Danger Point. Is that right, Amos?
Yes.
Yes. So that was his name on the field. And he was a formidable defender whose skills ensured that few would pass. I mean, with his stature, I don't even know which balls passed. His journey from the field of Tsumeb to the highest office, wherever he found himself in our nation, is a story of resilience, determination, and passion.
This tournament. This is the first time we are launching the Cup without Dr. Geingob, who passed away earlier this year. Although he is no longer with us, his legacy lives on through the events like this, which reflect his dedication to unity, national development, and the power of sport. Namibia Breweries, predominantly through the Tafelaga brand, has been proud to be part of this journey since it began in 2014. Over the years, the Cup has grown from not just a sports event, but also into a symbol of national pride and unity. We are honored to have played a role in supporting the Namibian House in line with Dr. Geingobb's vision. This year's Cup is extra special. It not only celebrates 10 years of excellence, but also honors Dr. Geingobb's memory. As we start the tournament, we do so with deep gratitude for a leader who understood how sport could bring people together and help build the nation. Our support for this Cup has always been strong. This year we're proud to contribute $1.5 million to the final edition. This isn't just financial help, it's a way of showing our commitment to the values Dr. Geingob stood for: unity, inclusiveness, and national development through sport. Looking back over the last decade, this Cup has been more than just football. We heard also in 2022 was rugby. So it's a platform for friendship and uniting the nation in the love of sport, all sports. The final edition, set for the 19th of October, will be more than just a competition. It will be a celebration of Dr. Geingobb's life, vision, and lasting impact he had on Namibia. It will be a time for all Namibians to come together, not just for football, but to honor his memory and express our gratitude. As we get ready for this grand finale, let's carry forward the lesson this tournament has taught us. Let's remember Dr. Geingobb's dream of a united and successful Namibia, and use this event to renew our commitment to that vision. To the teams, play with passion and respect, knowing that you are part of something bigger than a football match or tournament. To the fans, come out in full force, fill the stadium, and let your energy and love for the game be a tribute to a leader who believed in the power of sports. And to all Namibians, let's use this final Dr. Hage Geingob Cup as a moment to reflect on how far we've come as a nation and recommit to the ideals of unity, progress, and togetherness that the tournament has stood for. As we launch this 10th and final edition, we do so with pride in what we've accomplished, gratitude for the journey we've been on, and hope for the future we'll build together. Thank you, and may the spirit of Dr. Hage Geingob continue to inspire us all.
All right, let's go globe trotting. COSAFA has been a pioneer on the African continent when it comes to the introduction of the video assistant referee VAR. And we'll go a step further at the 2024 Hollywoodbets COSAFA Women's Championship by extending their plans this year. The tournament is to be staged in Gqeberha, South Africa from October 22 to November 2 and will contain a record 14 teams, making it the largest women's senior competition on the African continent. Last year, COSAFA used VAR from the semi-finals onwards, but this time will extend that to the final round of group games too, making it 9 fixtures that will have the system in place. And the hope is that next year it will be all the games, but for now there are not enough certified referees in the region to do so, something COSAFA is working hard to change. What is important this year is that we have gone a step forward and increased the number of VAR games at this tournament from the semi-finals to include the last group stage games as well. They will all be live with VAR online. COSAFA referees manager Felix Tangawarima said, "We now have enough referees certified to cover that number of games, but during the entire tournament we will be using VAR as a training aid, running it in the background for the first 2 rounds of the group stages. This is to build the training hours that the match officials need so they can be certified. They will be using the system as they would normally, but it will just not be live and not affect the games." Tangawarima says they are well on course to have full VAR in at least 2 of their tournaments in 2025 and definitely the men's senior COSAFA Cup. We end with some brief tennis. World number one Iga Swiatek says she is very, very excited to get to work with Wim Fissette after appointing the Belgian as her new coach. Swiatek, 23, parted ways with Toms Witrowski earlier this month after 3 seasons together with the Pole. From me, Ashwin Bedi, and the Sport Rap team will be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Cheers.